Hi everyone, it's Kristen from the Orange County Library System. Today I have a felt story for you based off of Cinderella. There are many versions of Cinderella all around the world. However, the tale I'll be telling you about today comes from Vietnam and it's called Tam and Cam.
Long ago there lived a young girl named Tam, whose mother had died when she was very little. Tam had a wicked stepmother who hated her more than anything. The woman had her own daughter, Cam, who was very pretty but spoiled. Tam's stepmother made Tam do all the chores, cooking, washing, and cleaning, while her stepsister was allowed to play all day. Tam didn't even have a bed and had to sleep on the kitchen floor. One day, the stepmother told both girls to go down to the village pond to catch fish so that they could sell it at the market. Tam worked real hard and by the end of the day had filled her basket of fish. Meanwhile, Cam had been napping in the grass and caught nothing. When Cam finally woke up, Tam was washing her hair in the pond. Cam quickly switched both of their baskets and then brought her basket home to her mother, who was very proud of her daughter. Meanwhile, when Tam returned home with her empty basket, her stepmother was furious and sent her to bed without any supper. As Tam cried on the floor of the kitchen, she heard a sound from her basket, and when she looked inside, she saw a small goldfish. She gave it some water and fed it a couple grains of rice. Every day, she would talk to the fish and feed it some more, and it became her friend, and eventually the fish grew bigger and bigger. One day, the king threw a huge festival and invited all the villagers to attend. Tam was excited, but her stepmother told her that if she wanted to go to the festival, she had to sort out 2 giant baskets of green and yellow beans. Her stepmother and Cam headed to the festival as they laughed at her impossible task. Tam began to sort the beans, but it was very difficult and she knew she would never finish. Suddenly, her fish jumped out of the basket and waved its tail over the 2 beans. Magically, they sorted themselves. Tam stared in surprise when her goldfish waved its tail again and a blue, beautiful Ao dress appeared. He waved his tail again and a pair of golden shoes appeared. Tam was so happy. She changed into her new clothes, thanked her friend, and headed to the festival. Tam arrived at the festival and everyone wondered who the beautiful girl was. Tam was having a lot of fun until she saw her stepmother and Cam. They looked right at Tam and she ran home as fast as she could and changed back into her rags, afraid that they would recognize her. She ran so fast that she left behind 1 golden slipper. The shoe was brought to the king, who was so enamored by it that he declared he would marry the maiden that the shoe belonged to. The king came to their house. First, Cam tried on the shoe, but it didn't fit her. When it was Tam's turn to try on the shoe, her stepmother laughed. However, the shoe fit Tam perfectly, and she was able to produce the other pair. It was then that the king realized that Tam was the maiden at the festival. Tam's stepmother was furious. Tam married the king and went to live with him in the palace. She even brought along her goldfish friend and placed him in the royal pond. Every day she went to visit her friend to tell him all about her new wonderful life. The end.
I hope you enjoyed the story of Tam and Cam. Parents and caregivers, here are a few questions to help guide a discussion between you and your kids. What were some of the similarities between the tale of Tam and the Cinderella that you know? What were some of the differences? What were your thoughts on the stepsister, Cam? And now, create your own version of Cinderella. You can either write separate stories and share it with one another, or you can create one together.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be the first to find out when we have new fun and informative videos for you. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.